Good morning, Perris High School Panthers. My name is Juan Santos, and I'm the proud principal of Perris High School. Today, we're going to have a special announcement because of the anniversary of 9/11. It's been 18 years since the tragic accidents in the Twin Towers fell in September 11, 2001. Many of you were not born back then, but it was a tragic time in our history because we had a lot of people who were part of an attack that happened in the United States. And one of the things that I remember vividly was the efforts that were taken by many of the first responders and also by family members who were looking for their loved ones. And it's a memory that's kind of etched in my mind just from a standpoint of how tragic it was and the desperation that I saw in the families, the videos of people that were kind of jumping out buildings, and the heroic efforts of our first responders to address and try and help people and putting themselves in danger to save lives. And so it was a good display of human kindness and togetherness, and it helped us kind of come together as a nation. And that's what I remember about 9/11. And so today you will also hear some messages from some of our staff members and how they were affected with the tragedy of 9/11, and hope you enjoy today's broadcast. Thank you and have a good day.
I still remember the day when 9/11 happened. I actually saw it on television, and the first plane hit, most people thought it was an accident, and then when the second plane hit, we knew it was on purpose. It was a terrorist attack. It affected me greatly. I'm not a religious person. I remember I went to church and prayed for about half an hour after that happened. I ended up, affected me also because I ended up spending 16 months in Iraq. My wife was 2 weeks pregnant when I got on the plane, and when I got back, my daughter was 9 months old. So that had a big effect on my life. What we can learn from it, especially younger generation, there are many reasons that things like this happen. And the best thing you can do to prepare yourself for this, for something of this magnitude, is just to be aware of what's going on in the world and being a part of the political process. I can never emphasize enough to young people, once you turn 18, the importance of voting. Especially in the United States, we've been given this right to vote, and I think it's really important that students get involved and that they're aware of what's happening around them. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Master Sergeant Salcedo, and I remember the day of 9/11. I was on 215 freeway coming to work. Yes, I was working here at Perris High School. When I came in, everybody was quiet. We watched TV in our classroom the entire day to watch what was going on. Personally, I felt very angry. I felt angry that how dare somebody comes and attacks us. What did I learn from this? Be ready, okay? And also, be prepared. Don't think tomorrow can be here. Every day should be cherished. It's sad. We should continue to always be ready and never take anything for granted. Thank you very much.
I'm Mr. Rodriguez, the Perris High Activities Director. On 9/11, I was at my previous job, and my crew was coming in the morning. And as they were checking in, they were telling me, "Hey, did you see what was going on in New York?" But I had no TV, or I was there early in the morning, and so I didn't know. And as they explained to me, I called home to talk to my wife, and she picked up the phone, and I said, "Hey, turn on the TV. Something's going on in New York, and it sounds really bad." And she said, "I'm already watching it." And as we're talking, she says, "A plane just flew into the building," and I was confused, and so I argued with her. I was like, "No, I think you're watching a previous broadcast." And she's like, no, a plane just flew into the building." And again, I argued because it didn't comprehend, and I was like, "No, I think you're wrong. You're watching what happened previously." And she said, "No, a plane just flew into the second building. And it was at that moment, like for many, my life changed forever. I think the biggest thing that 9/11 has taught me is to not take tomorrow for granted. So every day, I make sure to tell my loved ones that I love them, because you may not get to do it tomorrow. Thank you.